Good morning, Skyline family. We are day 3 of the Northeastern Qualifier. We'll play top flight. Skyline gets the first point. 1-0. Addie with another good serve. 2-0. Violet with the kill. Makes it 3-0. Calling that one out of bounds. Makes it 3-1. Jay with a big hit. Just inside the corner. Top flight gets a point. 2-3. Sorry. Score is 3 Skyline. Top flight 2. Scores tied 3-3. Top flight takes the lead 3-4. As Brylan with the kill. Scores tied 4-4. Jay's back to serve. Serve is out of bounds. Makes it 4-5. Ball goes into the net. Top flight gets a point. 4-6. There's Bella with the hit. Rylan with a block. Skyline gets the point. 5-6. Ashley comes in. Violet's back to serve. Top flight with the kill. Score is 5-7. Top flight with another point. 5-8. Top flight serves it into the net, makes it 6-8. Sarah's going to come in for Brylan, and we'll be back to serve. Ball got past the block. Top flight gets the point, 6-9. Ashley with a hit. Bella with a kill. Makes it 7-9. Bella's back to serve. An ace for Bella. Makes it 8-9. Bella with a good serve. Ooh. Ooh. Ball hits the back corner on the tip. Top flight gets the point, 8-10. Out of bounds on Skyline, makes it 8-11. Top flight with the block, 8-12. Top flight serves it into the net, 9-12. Ashley steps out, Violet comes in, Morgan's back to serve. Top flight gets it through the block, 9-13. Oh. Correction, 10-12. Not sure what the call was. Skyline gets the point. Morgan with another good serve. Top flight will get that point, 10-13. Violet with the block. Addie with the dump. Addie with the block. Violet with the kill. The ball hit the player, and now they're doing a discussion. Yeah. All right, call gets made. 11-13. Addie's back to serve. Bryland's going to come in for Sarah. Score is 11-13. Ooh, nice block between Violet and Bryland. Calling Skyline in the net. That makes it 11-14. Jay with the tip. Skyline gets the point. 12-14. And now Jay's back to serve. An ace for Jay. 13-14. Out of bounds on top flight. That ties the score 14 all. Jay with another good serve. Skyline takes the lead. That was Bryland with a free ball that landed just inside bounds to give Skyline the point. Timeout, top flight. All right, coming out of the timeout, Skyline has the lead, 15-14. Jay continues to serve. Top flight gets a point. Scores tied 15 all. Ooh. Top flight with the point and the lead, 15-16.
Let's go.
Bryland with the big hit. And Morgan with a nice out. We're calling that out of bounds. Top flight 15-17. Addie's going to have a discussion with the upper judge. Trying to. All right, call's going to stand. Skyline's going to call a timeout. Score is 15-17. All right, here we go. 15-17. Serve goes into the net, makes it 16-17. Ashley comes in as Morgan steps out, and Violet's back to serve. Skyline couldn't quite get it over the net. Makes it 16-18. Bella with the kill. 17-18. Sarah's going to come in for Brylan and will be up to serve. Addie with the block. Top Flight gets the kill. 17-19. Bella with a kill. 18-19. Oh. Ellie comes in for Addie. Bella's back to serve. Top Flight with an ace, or with a kill. Scores 18-20. Addie comes back in. Serve is short. Skyline gets a point, 19-20. Addie's out and Ellie's back in. Morgan's back to serve. Top Flight with the kill. 19-21. So Addie and Ellie make the swap. 19-21. Jay with a nice hit. Violet with the kill. Score 20-21. Brylan's going to come in for Sarah, and Addie's back to serve. Serve is good. Top Flight gets the kill. 20-22. Double hit. Makes it 20-23. Skyline calls a timeout. Looking for a side out and a couple points. Score is 20-23. Ooh, Jay with a big hit. Skyline gets a point, 21-23. And Jay is up to serve. Serve is good. Top Flight gets a kill. Makes it 21-24. That's game point for Top Flight.
Go, we need a side out.
Bella with the kill. Makes it 22-24. Ashley comes in for Morgan, and Violet's back to serve. Score 22-24. Calling it a touch. Makes his final score 22-25. All right, we're getting ready for set number 2. Top tier should have the first serve on the set. All right, here we go. Score 0-0. Actually, we're waiting for the upper ref to come back to his perch. Okay, here we go. Jay with a big hit. Skyline gets the first point. Makes it 1-0. And Jay has Skyline's first serve. Out of bounds on the touch. Scores tied 1-1. Ellie with the kill. Score is 2-1. Ashley steps in for Aaron. Morgan's back to serve. Out of bounds on top tier. Score is 3-1. Top tier with a kill. 3-2. Out of bounds. Skyline gets the point. 4-2. Sarah comes in for Ellie and is up to serve. Ball on the court. It's going to make it a redo. Sarah will be serving again. Score is 4-2. Serve is out of bounds. Makes it 4-3. As Bella with the tip and the point. 5-3. Bella's going to be back to serve. Addie with a dump. And the block. Score. Score is 6-3. And Morgan with the up. Jay with the hit. And the kill. Score is 7-3. Timeout, top tier. All right, coming out of the timeout. Score is 7-3, and Bella continues to serve. Out of bounds. Skyline gets a point, makes it 8-3. An ace for Bella. Makes it 9-3. As a carry on top tier. Skyline gets a point. Makes it 10-3. Another good serve. Out of bounds on the block. Top tier gets a point. 10-4. Jay with a big hit. Point to Skyline, 11-4. Aaron's going to come in for Morgan, and Ashley is back to serve. Score 11-4. Serve is good. Ball gets through the block, makes it 11-5. Morgan's back in as Ashley steps out. Ball on. They're calling it a touch. Hey, ref. Refs are going to have a discussion on whether or not it was a touch. They're going to call it a redo. Scoreboard shows 11-6. Okay, here we go. 11-6. Out of bounds. Makes it 11-7. Jay with a great hit. Just on the inside corner. Makes it 12-7. Brylan comes in for Sarah. And Addie is back to serve. Good serve. Ball hits the coach, which gives the point to top tier. 12-8. Top tier gets it past the block. Makes it 12-9. Top tier hits their own player as they serve. Score should be 13-9. There we go. 13-9, and Jay is back to serve. Good serve. Top tier gets a point, 13-10. That's Bella with the kill. Makes it 14-10. Ashley comes in as Aaron steps out, and Morgan is back to serve. Bella with the kill. Makes it 15-10. Bella with another kill. Makes it 16-10. And Morgan continues to serve. Ooh, that one's out of bounds. Makes it 16-11. Skyline misses the block. Makes it 16-12. Ellie with the kill. 17-12. Ellie and Sarah make the exchange, and Sarah is back to serve. Morgan with the up. Top tier hits it into the net. Makes it 18-12. Ashley with the kill. Makes it 19-12. An ace for Sarah. That makes it 20-12. That was out of bounds. 20-13. Ooh, they're going to call that a double set. 20-14. Ooh, Ashley with the kill. Bounced off the top of the net, right into the middle of the court. Skyline gets the point, 21-14. Bella's back to serve. Top tier got all of that. They get the point, 21-15. Oh. Little miscommunication on that one. 21-15. An ace for top tier. 21-16. Skyline calls a timeout. Score is 21-17. All right, looking for a side out. 21-17. Jay with the kill. Makes it 22-17. Aaron steps in, and Ashley is back to serve. A nice serve from Ashley. Ooh. That was so close. Top tier gets a point, 22-18. Morgan's back in as Ashley steps out. Jay with the tip and the point. That makes it 23-18. Ellie's going to come in for Sarah. Then Addie is up to serve. Ooh, out of bounds on the hit. It makes it 23-19. Skyline in the net. Makes it 23-20. Top tier couldn't quite get it over the net. 24-20. Jay's up to serve. Game point Skyline. Just hit the inside corner. Top tier gets the point. 24-21. That's 4 hits on Skyline. 24-22. Still game point for Skyline. Ellie with the kill. Final score for the set, 25-22. We're going 3. All right, scoreboard's been reset. Starting the third set. Skyline gets the first serve. Means Daddy's got the honors. 0-0. Jay with the kill. Ball hit the foot of top tier as it went out of bounds. Score is 1-0. Another good serve. And top tier gets a block. 1-1. Jay with a kill. Ball goes out of bounds from top tier block. Skyline gets the point. 2-1. And Jay's back to serve. Aaron and Ellie with the block. Addie with the up. Bella with a hit over the net. Oh, just on the line. Scores tied 2-2. Top tier with the ace. 2-3. Bella with the kill. Scores tied 3-3. Aaron comes out as Violet comes in. And Bella is back to serve. Oh, I'm sorry, Morgan is serving. Out of bounds on Skyline. 3-4. Bella with the kill. Scores tied 4-4. Sarah's going to come in to serve as Ellie steps out. Top tier with the kill. 4-5. And Bella with the kill. Scores tied 5-5. And Bella's up to serve. Couldn't quite get it over the net. Top tier gets a point. 5-6. Top tier gets a block. 5-7. Ball is out of bounds. Makes it 5-8. Skyline calls a timeout. Coming out of timeout. Score is 5-8. Addie with the block. Skyline gets the point. 6-8. Violet's up to serve. That's Jay and Aaron with the block. Skyline gets a point. 7-8. Aaron with the hit. Addie with the dump. Out of bounds. Skyline gets the point. Scores tied 8-all. Top tier calls the timeout. All right, scores tied 8-8. And Violet's serving. Out of bounds on Skyline. Makes it 8-9. Violet steps out as Morgan comes back in. Jay with a kill. Scores tied 9-9. Ellie comes in for Sarah as Addie comes back to serve. Serve is good. Top tier gets a point. 9-10. Another point for top tier. 9-11. Couldn't quite get that one up. Score is 9-12. Skyline's called a timeout. Ashley's going to come in for Aaron. And score is 9-12. Top tier gets a block. Makes it 9-13. Ellie with the kill. Makes it 10-13. Jay's back to serve. Redo. Ball's on the court. Jay will be serving. Again, score is 10-13. Bella with a nice hit. Point to Skyline. 11-13. Ace for Jay. Makes it 12-13. Top tier calls a timeout. That score is 12-13. And Jay's serving. Ashley and Ellie on the block. Score is tied 13 all. Out of bounds. Ooh. Line judge called that in. Makes it 13-14. It's game point for top tier. Bella with the tip. Scores tied 14-14. Ashley steps out, Violet comes in, and Morgan is back to serve. Bella with the ace. Makes it 15-14. That's game point Skyline. Ooh. Ball goes into the net. Scores tied 15 all. Top tier gets the tip. Score is 15-16. Makes a game point for top tier. Final score for the set, 15-17. Top tier wins. Skyline's coming home. We'll see you guys later.